hometown movie guys, Tina, Craig, and Andy with us in the studio, getting ready to start live on the air here in just a moment. As soon as I figure out what buttons to push next. No guarantees. We're talking movies, got a lot of things to talk about, so hang with us, and we'll check in on you in just a little bit. And we're ready to go in 22 seconds. Okay, sure, counting.
Now's the time to take advantage of the cash.
Okay. So we're going to start out just talking about the same stuff different week.
You can visit our Facebook page and site for more details. Desert Financial
Here we go.
is proud to support and sponsor
5 seconds.
Community Spotlight.
And at 3 minutes past 10 o'clock, good morning. Randy Roberson with you on KRIM's Community Spotlight. And this morning, as we do on Fridays, we're talking with your hometown movie guys, Tina, Craig, and Andy with us in the studio. And we're also coming to you live on Facebook Live right now. So if if you've already had breakfast and you're not worrying about disturbing your appetite or whatever, you might want to tune in on Facebook and actually see us live here in the studio. Greetings to those out there on Facebook that have joined us. And to start off with, we got to get the latest, which is, I guess, not really any new news as far as the Sawmill Theaters, but it's still on track to get reopened the end of the month.
As of right now, July 31st.
How about now?
Yeah. we're doing popcorn today, though.
Oh, really?
We're gonna do that again, yeah. 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock.
You had some big results with people coming by picking up big bags of popcorn. These are big bags of popcorn, right?
Yeah. We've got ice bags that we're filling up. Doing those with butter to go.
Nice.
Get everyone set up. We had a real good turnout last weekend. Last Friday, a lot of really nice people. Group Fiddle Fun came out.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they were out there playing in front of the theater. That was really nice. Kind of helped out there. And,
very cool.
So yeah, it was actually a good time, and we had 50, 60 people come in for popcorn.
Got a lot.
Not too bad.
And so you're going to be out there again today doing that?
Yep, 4 to 7.
4 to 7. Just drive on by and.
Well, just go ahead and come on in the theater.
Okay. No, sounds good. And but again, you should get back into hopefully being able to be showing movies again towards the end of the month. You got some movies coming out?
Right now, Unhinged, the Russell Crowe film, is still scheduled to come out July 31st. It's already been moved twice, though. It's very questionable right now. We're not going to know until of course, Ducey makes his decision, and he usually waits until the day before to tell us. So,
well, no sense giving you a bunch of forewarning. Right?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Wow. So, and it's got to be. I know we've talked about this before, but I had so much fun last time. I want to talk about it again. But in all seriousness, this got to be really tough on your employees.
Oh, sure. Yeah, well, and it's just the uncertainty.
Right.
You can't really tell them. I say July 31st right now, but we don't know, and I'm probably not going to know until July 26th.
Well, and then with the first shutdown, a lot of your folks were able to get unemployment. It took a couple of weeks, for that to all posture into place, and then they come back to work and work a week or so, and then get it shut down again. And so, I mean, they've had some. There's a lot of people struggling with this, but certainly all your employees at the Sawmill Theaters have a rough time.
Yeah, sure. On unemployment, off unemployment, back on it.
So we need to get everyone to come down to the Sawmill Theaters and support you any way we can. If nothing else, get down there today and get yourself some popcorn.
Popcorn, yeah.
Yeah, can't go wrong with popcorn. And take it home to watch TV or something.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you say you get those big bags are good for the weekend.
Yeah. There's a big bag joke there, but I'm not going down that road anyway. It was a funny one though. But as far as movies in general, is this Russell Crowe movie? Is it about the only real big one that's just waiting to come out any day ago? Or?
Well, right now we still have Tenet, Christopher Nolan film.
Right.
That's scheduled for August 17th.
I'm guessing this is about someone who lives in a building somewhere.
Kind of, yeah.
Amazing powers of perceptual reason.
Christopher Nolan likes to do some kind of far out films. He did Inception, that was, dreams within dreams. You really didn't know what was going on. You really thinking film.
Did he do Memento? I think with.
That's a good trivia question.
Yeah. With the Australian guy. I'm thinking I can see his face. Guy Pearce.
Oh, okay.
Guy Pearce. I think
No, I'm not
that's
sure.
a great movie.
Wow.
But, and Andy always likes to look at numbers on these things, and I just read an article the other day that Tenet is going to have to make $800 million worldwide to break even.
Oh my God!
This was one they spent about $200 million making it,
Oh my God,
and then with and one thing too with the studios, when they put a movie out and they start marketing it, when they move these dates, it costs them anywhere from $30 to $40 million in marketing costs when they have to switch up these dates. So they really don't like doing this either.
Right.
But so with Tenet and some of these other movies, Mulan is another one for
Right.
August 24th. It's pretty simple. You know, if the theaters aren't open, then they're going to push these.
Sure.
You know, and as of right now, it looks like AMC is still planning on opening the end of the month.
Well, that's good because they've taken a big hit.
We're all struggling.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
The theater industry is one that really.
Well, I think the big question, at least in a lot of people's minds, at the very least in my mind, is with with some of the movies being pushed directly to, web distribution, Netflix, things like that, or
Streaming, yeah.
Streaming. There were some that were thinking this may be a sign of things to come,
It's
and
not
that
10 minutes,
everybody's
it's
going to
10
be getting their movies that way. But I'm kind of thinking that once this blows over, life will get back to normal, or whatever normal is.
Yeah, well, there's some encouraging news about vaccines that are showing some good signs. So, and to me, I think that's what we need is we need to get a vaccine going before we really return to anything close to normal, where people are going to come out and really start supporting businesses again.
Yes.
What do you think, Andy?
Flatten the curve.
Flatten the curve. There you go.
Remember that?
I do.
Boy, that we kind of lost track of that, didn't we?
Well, my curves have never flattened. They've just increased in girth. But that's a whole other story for another radio show. We'll just leave it at that.
So it's not tenant, it's tenet.
Oh, Tenet.
T-E-N-E-T.
Right.
Yes, and he
Okay.
did do Memento, just as a little trivia.
Yes,
Yes.
good memory work there.
Yeah, well, I remember stuff.
Yeah.
Which the main character in Memento doesn't, that's the whole point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw some of the trailers for Tenet, and it looks like it's going to be a really good movie. I am just in despair, though, to think that these guys were so foolish as to crank out a non-comic book movie where you have to do almost $1 billion just to break even. That's just crazy stuff. Even with Christopher Nolan, who did, by the way, Batman: The Dark Knight.
Oh, right.
And Dunkirk.
Speaking.
Dunkirk was not a big moneymaker. It was a good movie, though.
I have to go back to Batman for just a second. The other day, my wife and I, sitting around, had all of our work done and decided to watch a movie, and we're just looking to see what we could catch, off of Dish Network, and watched. I don't recall the actual name of the movie, but it was the Batman movie that had.
That guy.
That guy, that guy.
Batman, yeah.
Just like that. His name
Was it
escapes me.
Jack?
No.
No.
Was
No.
it Keaton?
Yes.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
Michael Keaton.
And I really think that was
It was
one of,
good.
if not the best Batman movie that they've made. I really
love
like
it.
that one.
I love it.
And an interesting mix of some humor in there, and
Mhm.
kept it a little comic bookish, but yet it was. I thought it was well done. I thought he did a really good job. And I guess after doing that one movie, they offered him another one, and he just said he was done with Batman. Huh?
Yeah, just crazy, because he would have gotten millions, plural millions of dollars to make the sequel, and he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go make some little minuscule art flick because that's what I like to do. I don't like the money."
I'd be willing to do the Batman form for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'd save them all kinds of money.
Yeah, and you get to wear those incredible suits, so you really look buff. You don't even have to be buff.
Well, that's the only reason I'd volunteer for the job, that's for sure.
Bring out the spandex.
Yeah, yes.
Batman's become a little bit of a kind of a James Bond type thing, where you have these different characters step in, and generally you're looking 2, 3, 4 films, and then they switch up to a new actor for it.
Right.
And that's what they've been doing with Batman also.
Huh. Interesting. Now,
And speaking of James Bond, when in the world are we going to get to see the new one?
It's still in November.
Okay, well,
November.
that's up to
Is that with the
not dock
female
until
James
then.
Bond?
No.
Thank you.
Do you not like James Bond?
I love James Bond. Remember, I met Sean Connery first in Jamaica. Dr. No. I mean, the first one, they didn't even know it would be a franchise.
You have this sudden glow about you when you talk about meeting Sean Connery
He is,
down in South America.
and especially when South, it's Caribbean, man.
Oh, where did you say you saw him?
Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica. Wow.
Jamaica, where they make Dr. No.
And rum.
Yes.
Yeah, and stuff.
Yes.
Stuff.
He was an unknown. I mean, Ian Fleming was not happy with him,
Wow.
and yet
No, he was a big success in what,
Yes.
Leprechaun or something. I don't-
Leprechaun?
No, Jay,
You mean, what?
yeah, Sean Connery's first big movie was, something like that.
Oh, yeah. And then Highlander.
Highlander was good,
Oh,
yeah.
my word, yes, there can be only one.
Well, now, we're going to, first of all, folks need to be reminded that we're also not only coming to you live on KRIM this morning, but also a great extended version for a full hour on Facebook Live. And again, greetings to those of you that are joining us on Facebook. Now, a couple of things that we want to still get to this hour. Of course, it wouldn't be an hour with the Hometown Movie Guys without Andy droning on and on about zombie movies. So we're gonna
Zombie movies are way fun.
Yeah. And so we're going to hear more about that. in a
So he
moment.
calls me up last night, and he doesn't say, what do you think we should do for the show?
Right.
He says, oh, we're doing zombie movies. Okay, gotta go, bye.
Just in case you wanted any discussion.
Gee,
Yeah.
willikers.
I like it. Now, what about?
You have to hang up quick or she'll talk back to you.
So we're going to do a little bit of discussion on zombie movies here in just a moment, and then we're going to find out, if our Hometown Movie Guys really know their stuff. We have some movie trivia for them, and we want you to play along and be thinking about this now.
I didn't get the answers.
Yeah, if you join us live on, and you won't.
Ask Donna Brazil, she'll give it to you.
There you go.
Thank you.
If you want to join us live on Facebook Live, choose and just make notation of it there on the comments section where you can chat of which person you are voting for of our Hometown Movie Guys, Craig, Tina, and Andy, of which one you'll think will get the most correct answers, and
Tina.
and whoever's correct with that will win a prize. And
I'm a fountain of
Tina,
useless,
yeah.
I'm a fountain of useless knowledge.
Yeah, let's just skip this. Tina wins.
Oh, stop. You
Well,
don't know. It
we're
could
gonna
be-
We surrender.
it depends.
but before we even get to that, we got
What
to talk.
gentleman, my colleagues.
There you go. Before we even get to that, though, we got to talk zombies, and we're going to get to that
Zombies.
right after these words. Don't go away.
You guys are bad.
KRIM.
See, I don't even know what movies are in that book, but 50.
Every answer is gonna be just right there. I'll be like, oh, but I'm not gonna quite
I'm
remember.
having major CRS these days, so,
That's it.
yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, I'm just chock full of sugar and coffee.
Screwed
so-
that night extra Sunday.
I'll be answering something. I'll be answering something really quick, and I'll give you more answers than you want to have answers for.
So what do you want to?
I talk about the list of essential zombie movies, the movies that
The essential.
you absolutely must see.
Good zombie movies.
All right. Good zombie movie, isn't it?
The
An oxymoron?
oxymoron, right?
Oh my.
Oh, I think we've offended Andy.
For the last 28 years, it has been
Okay,
And you can break those up too. You got the fast zombies and the slow zombies.
Fast zombies are way too scary. Like in World War Z, you got no chance.
every day.
Yeah, those guys, yeah. But the other ones too, they're a little more creepy, I think, when they're slow like that, and they just kinda,
Yep,
there's just too many of them,
methodical,
Day
mysterious.
Night of the Living Dead, those
Yeah,
type
lots
of.
of shuffling.
Well, and the fact that it's in black and white, it's like a nightmare.
Right, yeah.
Really, black and white.
Yeah, that was a good
And
choice.
people don't realize sufficiently that in Night of the Living Dead, there's like a totally naked chick wandering with the zombie horde.
And with that, back online we go. Welcome back to Community Spotlight on KRIM, where we're talking with your Hometown Movie Guys, Tina, Craig, and Andy with us, and also have folks joining us on Facebook Live. By the way, we haven't even
And she
started.
didn't get paid extra either.
For some reason, I have your microphone turned off. But now that sadly it's back on. We do have, we just before the break there, we mentioned that we're going to have in a couple minutes here, we're going to have some movie trivia questions for our movie aficionados. And we're asking people who are joining us on Facebook Live to vote for who they think will get the most correct answers. Thus far, Royce says Craig is my choice, and my good buddy Tammy. Hey, Tammy. Tammy says Andy's gonna get it.
Oh, thank you, Tammy.
What?
So
Oh,
just,
wow.
just
Big
that-
shout out to Tammy.
I'm kind of wondering if maybe Tammy's hitting the sauce a little early today, but we'll see.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Never too early.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some
5
motivational
o'clock
words for
somewhere.
Andy.
Not these days.
All right. So now, first of all, Andy, you wanted to talk about the essential zombie movies. These are ones that, come hell or high water, you must see these zombie movies.
Absolutely, yeah.
Why?
Because they're are essential.
Okay. And I'm suddenly so much more edified.
28 days later.
28 Days, that's the name of the movie.
That's the name of the movie.
Yeah.
And you guys have seen this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of
Wow.
course.
I was thinking I hadn't
And-
seen very many, but maybe I have.
For those of you that don't realize this, Andy is also the author of the, it wasn't the New York Times bestselling list, I think it was on the Awatuki bestselling list of
Actually,
Gross of Zombies.
No, it wasn't even on the Star Valley bestseller list, much to my dismay.
However, people down in Geisela are loving it. Anyway,
Okay. Directed by Danny Boyle.
Oh.
Danny Boyle.
sounds like a
has-
hothead.
I think he might be Scots.
I think he is Scots, maybe.
Yeah, but he did Train Spotting,
Mhm. Yeah,
which is
good.
just
That's a movie?
That's a,
yeah,
that's a
a
great
wonderful and horrifying movie about addiction.
Yes.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Wonderful.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Yes, lots of good dancing.
That was I think Best Picture.
Best
wasn't it?
Picture.
Yes, and it was
Yeah.
Bollywood.
But
Yeah.
But we're talking
Love,
zombies.
Love, love, love.
Well, we're
taking
talking.
forays.
Danny Boyle directed.
Oh, okay. Other movies that Danny Boyle directed that did not necessarily have zombies in
No,
them.
that did not necessarily have
Okay, I understand
zombies. And he also produced the wonderful movie Yesterday, came out last year.
Wow.
Zombie movies are not necessarily made by teenage high hopheads with $9, although there are many zombie movies, I think it's fair to say, are made by teenage hopheads with $9. But
I think it's easy to make a fairly cheap zombie film.
And after they make the movie, then they have $7
Yes.
or something like that.
Yes.
So,
Well, that whole genre can hit though, we saw Paranormal Activity that was,
Oh, yeah.
I think $5,000 to make that movie, and it
Right.
grossed $100 million.
and they shot that all with just simple
Oh,
equipment.
Yeah, crazy, and
yeah, you can do
I
stuff
think-
now with phones.
Sure.
Sure.
and I think still the highest gross return on any film. That turn that $5,000 into $100 million.
Yeah.
It was.
Wow.
But we'll get to some of these other ones too, and I think both you guys have probably seen, not you of course, because you don't know the movies, do you? Shaun of the Dead,
Yes.
I've heard you bring this up
Oh.
multiple times.
2004 movie.
Excellent.
It brought to my attention Simon Pegg,
Yes.
who is now doing, amongst his other duties, does Star Trek flicks. And his buddy Nick Frost.
Yes.
A wonderful movie of friendship and zombies. It's just terrific.
So these are friendly zombies or what?
Oh God, no, no.
They're very friendly while they eat your brains.
Yeah, how
It's-
would you like to have to kill your mom before she devours you? I mean, there's really some serious existential business going on here in
He was-
Shaun of the Dead.
He was playing video games with him at the end of it, though.
Yeah.
With his buddy.
Yeah.
His buddy.
Now don't ruin the plot.
But he was, but
Spoiler.
but he was chained up.
Well, a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But that really is, it's funny, and it's got that sort of real dry British humor
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
it. Very, very good.
At the end of the movie, they've got they've combated the. Well, this is from 2004. I'm not worried about giving it away. But at the end of the movie, the zombie outbreak has been contained, and they have like the cart pushers at the grocery store are zombies that are muzzled, and they refer to them, the British in their inimitable way refer to them as the ambulatory deceased.
It's a nice way of saying Walking Dead, I guess. So now,
I mean, it's
good.
touching, it's funny,
It's good.
and altogether is really nice, and it is so important.
I've never heard anyone mention the words "really nice" when talking about a zombie movie.
Oh, it's just
Well, it's very sweet.
yeah, and it's
Yes.
so nicely done.
Yeah.
You know.
And you watch this with some bowl of nice fava beans and some Chianti, or no? Okay, all right.
But it had not a sequel, but an imitator called Juan of the Dead.
Ah,
And if you haven't seen this, I mean, you really need to see this. It is the only Cuban movie I've ever seen. It's actually made by a Spanish.
have there been any other Cuban movies made?
I just don't know. I'm not familiar with him. But it was made by a Spanish film company, but it was filmed in Cuba. And Juan is a Cuban fella. And it is such a good movie, and it has such telling political commentary, I think, is what really makes it wonderful. There's one just dazzling scene where a communist bloc leader in Cuba, everything goes through the bloc committee, and like, for instance, your ration coupons. So if you get crossways with this communist, think of an HOA witch that is in charge of your food and your medicine and your job and your children's education. Think of that. That's what Cuba's like.
Well, that is.
Yes, it's sadly true.
But everybody keeps in line. By golly, they sure do. But there's this one scene where the block warden is giving a harangue to the people, and she wants to combat the zombie plague by adamant communist theory. It's just brilliant.
But communists are zombies.
So Craig.
I don't know.
No, I mean, it's really funny. And Juan of the Dead got the Goya Award, which is a film award they have in Spain, for best film. And it was not for best horror film. It was not for best zombie film. It was for best film.
Wow.
So, you turn up your nose at zombie flicks, and shame on you.
Yeah, well, there's probably a reason for that. Now, again, coming up here in just a little bit, we're gonna let Andy talk about zombie flicks for a little longer here. But in a little bit, we're going to find out exactly how much our movie aficionados really know by actually getting them to answer some trivia questions. And we have some folks following along with us on Facebook Live, and we're asking you there to, first of all, be adventurous. It's no more scary than some of the zombie movies that Andy's been talking about. Go online to...
Wreck is really scary.
I can hardly wait. Anyway, tune in to Facebook Live right now, because we're joining you there, and we have some folks that are watching. Again, Royce is predicting that Craig is going to have the highest number of correct answers.
Yay, Craig!
Tammy, who is laughing at the comment that I made earlier about her maybe hitting the sauce too early, she thinks Andy's going to get the right number. So far, sadly,
It's okay.
Tina has
I'm
no
the
votes.
dark horse.
Somebody vote for Tina, would you?
Yeah, Craig and I.
All right.
Fooled you.
All right, so let's give a little taste of the kind of thing that we're going to be talking about here. Okay, so now this is going to go back to a classic movie that I think everybody has seen, even moi. What are the dying words of Charles Foster Kane in the movie Citizen Kane?
I know.
You had your hand up first, Tina.
Rosebud.
Oh.
Rosebud, all right. Tina,
We
had
all
your
knew
hand up
that.
first.
Yeah, that's a easy piece.
Boo.
But it's always, how quick you get your hand up.
Yeah.
All right,
That's like who founded Disney Studios.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, what was his name again? Anyway, here's another easy one. Some of these are not so easy, but this one to me is easy. It's another movie that I, in fact, have seen. And it goes back quite a ways. I think the late '60s, if I remember right. Who played Mrs. Robinson in The Graduate?
I know. And Bancroft.
Anne Bancroft. Tina now has 2. Andy and Craig both have nada.
We warned everyone.
The dark horse.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. And for folks listening on KRIM, we're going to get you back to more of your favorite classic music here. And we've got a lot of great tunes lined up for you. As a matter of fact, coming up, Rainbow performing Since You've Been Gone. But those of you that are going to continue to follow along with us here, we're going to keep on talking with your hometown movie guys.
Serpent and the Rainbow.
Serpent and the Rainbow.
Yes.
Is that another zombie movie?
Yes.
How did I know?
Oh, that's, yeah.
Horrifying.
Oh, Craig has even seen this.
No, this is a.
No, this is a real classic.
Yeah, this is kind of voodoo and yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Down,
I think I've
Yeah, because Walking
Tauntaun
Dead people aren't bad enough. Yeah.
Who it's not,
well, they were using a powder to
Tauntaun
make
Macoute.
people appear dead, so they were,
Yeah.
people were being
Yeah.
buried alive. That was kind of the.
Yeah, honest to goodness, Haitian voodoo
Haitian
zombies.
Dead
Yeah,
bongos,
I've
yeah.
spent some time down there. There is a darkness there. You can
Oh,
come.
boy.
Tauntaun Macoute.
Yeah.
And Papa Doc Duvalier
And Baby Doc.
and Baby Doc.
What they said.
Yeah.
We have to take a break, get you back more of your favorite music on KRIM. Those of you following along with us on Facebook Live, it's going to get even more irreverent coming up.
So we're not governed by the FCC anymore right now.
Now we can get wild and crazy now. All right, let me turn the music down in the background here. This is all on autopilot. As long as I don't touch anything, we should be golden. Okay.
I got music going here.
And what was that? The Serpent and the Rainbow?
Serpent and the Rainbow.
What's his name?
That one.
Wes Craven.
Bill Pullman. No,
Bill Pullman is the
Pullman's
lead.
in that?
Yep.
Oh, goodness.
He's the
It's,
makeup.
it's like from the 70s. I mean,
Yeah,
Bill
it
Pullman
was
was
a
very
one.
young.
Oh, they got where they tie him to the chair.
Yeah.
Where he's like, oh, that I want to hear you scream, and he's like, not loud enough, and he.
This guy goes in, he's captured by the Haitian secret police, and they've got him in there, and the head of the secret police has jars of souls around in the interrogation of people that he's interrogated.
Wow.
I mean,
He's got a
just horrifying.
large spike that he uses to terrify. Yeah, he ties him to a chair naked. And he's got a hammer and a big nail.
Oh.
And yeah.
Film at 11.
Yeah, he can. That's where he's going.
That's very scary.
Yeah, he's like, I want to hear you
Yeah.
scream, and he goes, it's like not loud enough, and he's,
Oh.
oh,
Yeah, I don't know how I managed to miss that movie.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
Seen it.
Yeah,
Gotta use the sound effects.
and remember when he's in the well, and he's like the well of souls, and he's trying to climb out of it.
Oh yeah, at the end of it, it got all kind of with then the spirit animals, the
Yes.
jaguar and so yeah.
Ooh.
It's a pretty good movie. Yeah.
Well,
And you've been to Haiti, so
Oh, man.
there is some
Twice, yeah.
weird and very bad stuff going on.
actually, my very first trip to Calcutta, India, which people refer to the black hole of India, I never really knew why until I went to Calcutta, and there's a darkness there that it makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. I had never experienced that in any other place until I went to Port-au-Prince during the earthquake there. There's definitely some very icky ugliness there. Well, anyway, but on a lighter note, what was the very first feature-length animated movie ever released? Ever. The very first feature-length animated movie.
Fantasia.
Nope.
Was it Snow White?
It was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Tina, now 3-zip.
Okay then, all of y'all who didn't vote for me.
Fantasia, though, by the way, I remember from like back in the 70s, dude. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
I like the dancing hippos.
I
Yeah.
don't even remember what all was in the movie.
It made me feel graceful.
I remember in the 70s going, wow, and that was about it with that movie. All right, now, next question. In the movie The Matrix, does Neo take the blue pill or the red pill?
Craig?
Right? You got a 50-50 chance.
I know, huh? Red pill?
Blue pill.
Boy, I was like, a good lucky guess for Craig.
Hey, Craig.
He took the red pill, that's right. All right.
You went down the rabbit hole.
All right, now let's another well-known movie from years gone by. What movie did Tom Hanks score his first Academy Award nomination? Yes,
Big.
that's right. Boy, Tina's racking them up here. You
Told
people
ya.
should have been voting for Tina. Let's see here. What 1927 musical was the first talkie? A 1927 musical first
The
talkie.
jazz singer.
That's right.
Yes.
Tina's got 5. She's kicking some rear here. All right. All right. We all remember the first movie, Die Hard.
I do.
All right. What was the name of the skyscraper in Die Hard?
Sumamoto Tower.
No.
Takachawi Tower.
You're getting closer, but not really close. Anybody else?
Was it was it from a Japanese name?
Yes.
Sumo Wrestler Tower.
Yeah.
No idea.
No, I don't know.
All I could come up with after that was butt floss. Anyway,
What?
the skyscraper in the movie Die Hard was the Nakatomi Plaza.
That was my next guess.
All right. So anyway, do you all see the movie Elf?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
We have to. It comes up every Christmas about
It's sadly
4,000
true.
times.
What flavor of Pop-Tarts does Buddy the Elf use in his spaghetti?
No idea.
Oh, that's just gross.
It really is.
Strawberry?
Chocolate. Sorry.
Oh.
All right. And we were talking about Wes Craven earlier, right?
Yes.
All right.
Wes Craven did Serpent and the Rainbow. He was
Yes.
Okay, well, what shocking Wes Craven horror movie carried the marketing tagline, "To avoid fainting, keep repeating, it's only a movie"?
Nightmare on Elm Street?
Nope. This is one I don't believe I've seen, which may come as a shock to you all. But...
Right. Oh, Wes Craven.
Da, 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 da.
Oh.
Last chance. Last House on the Left.
Oh, yeah, vaguely.
That means nothing to me.
Wes Craven, when somebody in an interview asked him what he's learned from his long career as a maker of movies, and he said, "Never make your monster smaller than your leading lady."
Wow. That's probably a good move.
That's seriously deep.
Yeah, it's very deep. All right, so did you all see the movie Bridesmaids?
Sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What pop vocal group performed at the wedding in Bridesmaids? And I'm guessing no one's guessing. If you don't know it like that, I doubt it's going to be pulled out of the recesses of your memory. Wilson Phillips.
Oh my goodness!
you're right,
I
yeah.
even like them.
Yeah.
I have their CD.
They had one, didn't they?
They had one,
Yeah.
and it was. I mean, if you think about it,
What
they
a
were
wonder that one hit was.
and it was great. And they were, kind of the children of the mamas and the papas.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
They're good singers too.
Yeah, very good. The CD's wonderful.
Okay, so what real-life, on-again, off-again Hollywood power couple starred in the film Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Oh, that's
Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton.
Oh.
I just watched.
Just spit 'em out.
Hey, on YouTube, by the way, there is a wonderful documentary which a friend of mine suggested I watch. It's called The Making of Cleopatra.
Right?
And it's extraordinary. There's so much stuff that I didn't know about it. I'm going to have to watch it again because I had to interrupt it, but it's really, really good. And the movie Cleopatra, by the time they were done, it was $40 million at that time.
Wow.
I mean, just it's beyond.
Crazy.
pretty elaborate sets.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Well, let's see now. So we've got, so far, Tina has 6 correct answers, Craig has 1, and Andy's been complaining a lot.
Oh.
He has zombies.
All right, so what American writer-director starred in several iconic European-produced spaghetti westerns?
Clint
Clint
Eastwood.
Eastwood.
All right, Andy's on the board.
Yeah, give it to
All
him.
right. The head of what kind of animal is front and center in an infamous scene from The Godfather?
Horse.
Horse.
Andy's got it again.
Oh, Racehorse though, it was a really expensive racehorse.
Oh, we'll give it to Tina
So,
instead.
no, give it to Andy, yeah.
And here's another easy one that's going to come just blurting out of your face. What TV show was Jack Nicholson referencing when he ad-libbed "Here's Johnny" in The Shining?
The Tonight Show.
Carson Tonight.
You got it.
Yeah.
Boy, Andy,
Yeah.
you guys are that isn't
Catching
there.
up.
Yeah, all right. So right now, Andy 3, Tina 6, Craig. Come on, buddy. You got 1. You can do better.
I had that Clint Eastwood one.
Yeah.
Get half a point for
All
that.
right. What critically panned 1984 country musical comedy starring Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone eventually became a cult classic?
Oh yeah, that.
Some Texas
Was it
whorehouse.
Best Little Whorehouse in Texas?
No.
No, oh, that's what I
Damn,
was thinking too.
No. Rhinestone.
Oh, Rhinestone, yeah.
I never knew that Dolly
I've
Parton and
seen
Sylvester Stallone were in the same movie in any movie.
Forgot that he was in it, but I've seen that. It's something.
It's you decide. All right. Interesting. Who played the park owner John Hammond in the movie Jurassic Park? Big name.
Sam Neill?
No.
No. Wait, part owner. Oh, that guy. The Fly.
That's right. That guy.
The Fly?
No.
No, not Jeff Goldblum.
Not
Goldblum.
Jeff, not Goldblum?
No,
Not
the old guy.
The older guy.
The older
guy.
Don't remember.
Okay. Richard Attenborough.
Oh, Richard.
And this guy's a classically trained
And-
Shakespearean actor.
And a director.
Yep.
Yes.
Call me Dickie.
Yes. Didn't he direct Bridge Over the River Kwai, I think?
Really? Attenborough?
No.
Oh.
No?
Lynch.
Oh, what?
Did all 3 of them.
And Attenborough, wasn't he in The Great
Yeah.
Escape?
Yes, he was.
Seems like I remember him as one of the
Yes, look
prisoners.
at you with your trivia.
The Great Escape. I've only seen it like 5,000
I
times.
me
I
too.
love that
Yeah,
movie.
me
That's
too.
a
Yeah.
great one. And it's one of those that you never get tired of, at least I don't, ever get
Yeah.
tired of watching. I could watch it again
Yeah.
today and
Yeah.
watch it beginning to end and be thoroughly entertained. I'm rather boring that way.
No, there are movies like that, like
Yeah.
The Fifth Element, same thing.
Fifth Element,
And
yeah.
Chinatown.
I just like it because of the gal's outfit, but yeah,
Oh, yeah, Chinatown.
in The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Chinatown's interesting just to
Oh.
see, what's his name get popped in the schnoz.
Well,
Nicholson.
and Roman Polanski is actually in that movie as well as having directed it.
I didn't realize
Yes,
that.
he is. He's the guy who cuts Nicholson's nose and says, this
Ah.
kitty cat.
Trivia. And Polanski, of course, is referenced in the recent Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Keep in mind that as we go through the rest of this, currently when we're on Facebook Live, none of these microphones are working right now. Everything is up there, so just keep that in mind.
Oh, so I don't need to
So we're-
lean in?
Don't need to at all. You can kick it back, take it easy.
man.
You've been watching us do that for the last.
I found
I
it
know.
thoroughly entertaining.
I know, we feel like schlubs.
For what movie did
You
Steven
gotta relax.
Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director?
Oh.
Schindler's List.
Yes.
Ooh,
Ooh, very good.
Greg.
That's a great movie.
All right,
I saw that movie.
I did
It
too.
was
very
long
sad.
overdue.
Yeah.
He should have gotten. He
Yeah.
got kind of snubbed on a few there.
Yeah,
Spielberg did.
Right.
Yeah, he should get an Oscar every year.
just because he's a good
just
guy.
because.
I said you're right. I think the greatest
Yeah.
ever.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also pleasing.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
entertaining. Oh,
Yeah.
by far. And see, that was kind of one of those things where he did some of these, Jaws and stuff like that he kind of got passed up on. And when he did these more, Schindler's List, very serious film, that's where they finally talking this thing again. Where they.
I mean, he really.
It's got like electronic macrame around here. I think.
No, where they finally recognized him.
Yeah, he's an authentic cinematic genius as
Yeah,
far as
he
I'm
is.
concerned.
All right. Next question. I think, and I could be wrong, but I think this is a tough one, and so we'll make this worth 3 points.
Is there a prize here?
Yes, for whoever guesses which one of you correctly guesses the most. None of us.
We
Our
don't
prize
get a
today is
prize.
just being here together.
What are we, chop liver?
Yeah, we chop liver. What is the name of the courtesan played by Nicole Kidman in Moulin Rouge?
Oh, Zut alors.
I didn't think that was just going to come tripping off anybody's lips.
Lizzie.
Yeah, Lizzie, no. Satine.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, whatever.
No.
No.
That didn't mean a thing to me.
And I didn't like that at all.
I didn't
hated
even
it.
watch it.
I hated it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Weird.
In what 1950 drama does Betty Davis say, "Fasten your seatbelts, it's going to be a bumpy night"?
All About Eve.
That's right.
Yes, yes.
Tina's up to
And
7.
that's another of my watch over and over again. I mean, just
Really?
the script in that is just exquisite,
Wow.
brilliant, scintillating.
Scintillating.
And Marilyn Monroe has a tiny little cameo role in
I
that.
didn't know that.
She's sitting on the stairs in one of the scenes, and man, you can even see she was young, almost unknown, and yet there's this light that appears to shine on her just because she's got it.
She's got what?
She's got it. I mean,
Oh,
she is-
okay.
yeah, that's a great movie.
Interesting. All right, now, moving along. I'm sorry, I get tickled by the funniest things. The theme from The Third Man, also called the Harry Lime theme, was performed on what instrument?
Piano.
Zither.
That's right. Man, I thought everyone was going to go, huh? And that's what I did when I first read it.
Zither is. What are-
Yeah, well, you do now.
No, I still don't.
Listen to that theme, you'll.
It's right up there. It's right up there with the kind of a cross between what a dulcimer and an auto harp.
Well, that was a little, yeah, I know what an auto harp is, but, you know.
I know zither. I don't know.
It's
Some
very
weird-
strange, but I mean, that was a very famous, and it's an earworm. Once you hear it, you know, all day, you won't be able to get it out of your head.
Okay, here's an easy one. This should only be worth a half a point, but I'll give you a full point because it's Friday and I'm feeling friendly. Marlon Brando, his line could have been a contender in what
On the
iconic
waterfront.
Oh, he got it.
You got it. Okay.
Yeah, I was close behind, but he did say it first.
All right.
Yeah.
Andy has 4. Tina has 8,
Oh.
and Craig has 2 very large correct answers. All right. That's boring. Who played Martin Luther King Jr. in the 2014 biopic Selma?
Jamie Foxx.
Oh, Denzel?
No.
No. Who?
I'll give you a hint. It's someone I've never heard of before. David
Okay.
Oyelowo or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah.
Sorry, David.
Yeah.
Don't know how to pronounce your name.
No, he's very famous now.
Wow, now
Still
here's,
can't pronounce his name. but
here's
he's
another
very
one that
famous.
I think maybe only, just because of your age, you may be the only one that'll get this.
Thank you.
Who directed Boris Karloff in the classic Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein?
Ooh.
No idea.
Wow.
I have no clue.
Wait.
I mean, that goes back to, the original
The 30s.
Frankenstein
It
was the
was
30s?
30s.
Yeah.
32 or
the
33,
30s.
yeah.
Was it Michael Curtiz?
No?
No.
I mean, I couldn't even tell you off the top of my head who directed White Zombie, which is of the same era, and it's a zombie movie.
I didn't realize zombie movies went back to the 1930s.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
They were more traditional with the the kind of the voodoo slow shuffling zombies,
Right.
the the classic zombies. I walked with a zombie.
Was it Ed Wood? Or was it?
No.
Nope.
it's much-
James Whale.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Does that name mean anything to
Not
anybody?
even, no.
No.
Okay, what infamous 1980 box office bomb ruined the career of the Deer Hunter director Michael Cimino? It was a 1980 box office bomb that, after the Deer Hunter was a pretty popular movie,
Yeah.
but apparently this ruined his career.
It's the one where they built the wooden roller rink. Yeah, it's a kind of it's a
Was it with Paul Newman?
no
Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate.
Oh my God! So with Warren Beatty.
Is that right?
I think
Yeah,
was it
I
Warren
think so,
Beatty in
yeah,
that?
I think so.
Oh, that was a bomb.
Yeah,
oh,
big, yeah.
so
That's
bad.
one of the top.
You're still offended after all these years.
Now that I
Oh,
remember it,
oh.
I'm like all on my high horse.
It just it was
was awful.
expensive and terrible. Yeah.
Oh, a turkey.
Let's see, that's another lame one. How about what Hollywood movie star plays himself in Zombieland?
Oh,
Bill
Bill
Murray.
Murray.
Ah,
Oh.
gotcha. Craig beat the zombie expert.
Not by much though. 1/10 of a second.
He was just busy shuffling his feet as he went along. All right. In the movie Risky Business, what song did Tom Cruise famously lip sync to in his underwear?
Oh, man.
Come on, you remember this.
Yeah. It's Old Time Rock and Roll.
That's right. Bob
Oh,
Seger's
my.
Old Time Rock and Roll.
All right.
I was trying to think of clues, and I couldn't think of any clue
I
that
was
would
just trying to get the
instantly give it
title. It
away.
was like I was singing
Yeah.
it in my head.
So, Craig really good at remembering songs sung by men in their underwear.
More questions on that?
You're on a roll, dude.
There you
You're on a
go.
roll.
Who is the only actor to receive an Oscar nomination for acting in a Lord of the Rings movie?
Oh, was it John Gielgud? No.
Nope.
Oh, the other guy.
Yes.
All those British actors. It was it?
Gandalf, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But his real name?
Ian
Oh, and Ian Holmes.
Ian McKellen.
That's really
McKenna.
close.
McKenna.
No, that's a little further away.
Ian McKellen.
That's the one right there. All right.
How
So-
did I know that? I don't know. I have old synapses.
Tina, it's up to now.
Firing. Dang.
All right.
Yeah.
So the movie right now, Craig has 4, Andy has 4. They're both tied for last place. And Tina leading the pack with 9 correct answers. All right. So who took over the role of Bruce Wayne's love interest, Rachel Dawes, in The Dark Knight following Katie Holmes' exit after Batman Begins?
Don't know.
Yeah, I can see her. I know I can see her. Told you this was gonna happen. These are like
What
right
else
here on the edge. And
This
What else
getting
is
old
she
ain't
in?
for sissies.
No, I can't pull those names.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Of the brother Jake.
All right, now here's one that I'm going to be
Katie Holmes
really surprised if Andy doesn't
Drop the
instantly
ball on
just
that one.
spurt this out.
Yeah.
For which, let's see here, what song plays over the opening credits of Guardians of the Galaxy?
Mm-hmm.
Plays over the opening credits. It was a hit by Redbone, although not
where
a,
he's
not a hit in my world.
where Chris Pratt's dancing.
Yeah.
And-
Singing into
yeah,
the
singing
blizzard.
it, yeah, singing, yes. Oh.
Come and get your love.
There you are.
Oh,
Thank you.
man.
I
And
didn't.
that is, for me, that is one of the absolute great visions in the whole history of cinema, is when he does that song. And I can't believe couldn't remember the name of the song, but I sure remember him singing into the lizard.
It's a great scene.
Yeah. We're gonna have to talk after this is over. What's the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time?
Passion of the Christ.
No.
Oh, not anymore.
Oh.
Deadpool.
No.
No.
R-rated.
Well, I mean, this goes back, and I don't know exactly how dated this list of questions is here, but this goes back. This movie, 10 years maybe.
I think Deadpool beat it.
At the time this was done, anyway, the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time was Joker.
Oh, no, that's just, no,
of
that's.
course,
no,
of
that's
course.
last year.
Yeah.
That's last
Yeah.
year.
Joker was
Last
just
year?
last year?
Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah.
Or was it the year before?
$1 billion. $1
Yeah.
billion for Joker.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the first one where, what's his face?
Oh, you
played
threw us
Joker.
off by giving it,
Yeah.
you gave us a false lead.
It's my job.
Deadpool was, I think, 800,000.
Yeah.
And it took out Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
Passion of the Christ was the.
Was.
And that's, you know,
For quite a while.
while I think that's just one of the best movies of all time, the reality of the crucifixion and everything on that was just astounding. I mean,
It was brutal.
they really pulled that off well.
Yeah.
Had a
Speaking
lot of sins to atone for.
boy, I tell you,
And we love Mel.
And that's
We
just,
love Mel.
that's just me.
yeah,
I've loved Mel ever since Mad Max, and I still love him now.
yep. And speaking of some well-known actors that may have had a bit of a lull in their career, but then came back. What 1994 crime film revitalized the career of John Travolta?
Oh, wait, was it Pulp Fiction?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Tina's up to 10.
Right.
Oh,
You should.
And we still got a few minutes to go here. I'll be amazed if someone gets this. Who voiced the sultry voice of Jessica Rabbit in Who's Afraid of Roger Rabbit?
I don't remember.
Oh, I don't know.
Kathleen Turner.
Oh my gosh, she did have one
A
of the
sultry
best
voice.
Yeah.
sultry voices. I mean, Body Heat. If you've seen that, yeah, with
Yeah.
William Hurt.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that's a scary movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the best line from Who Framed Roger Rabbit was when Jessica said, "I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way."
Yeah. That's my excuse. Which movie was incorrectly announced as the winner of Best Picture in the 2017 Academy Awards during the greatest Oscar flub of all time?
Oh, rats.
It was Warren Beatty screwed that up. Was it Warren Beatty that
Was
screwed
it
that one
Warren
up?
Beatty?
Come to think of it, I haven't seen him on any award shows since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that one. Moonlight was the actual winner.
La 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 la.
La La Land.
That's right. All right.
Ah, good for you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but wasn't it Moonlight then that was the actual winner?
It doesn't
Yeah.
say.
But La La Land was the
Incorrectly
well,
announced, yeah.
La La Land was the one that should have won.
Ah.
La La Land
Yeah.
was spectacular.
It was good.
And remember, you heard it first here on Roller Derby.
And Moonlight, I didn't think was anything special, but La La Land was tremendous
Right.
because
This is-
it had Arizona's own Emma Stone.
Oh, Emma Stone,
Yes,
really?
Emma
Wow.
Stone. Yeah.
All right, here's one that goes back to 1948. Which 1948 Alfred Hitchcock movie starred James Stewart and was shot to look like one continuous take?
Vertigo.
Rear Window.
Oh,
No.
Rear Window.
No.
No. No. Ooh.
Rope.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
heard of it.
And that one,
I
yes.
hadn't either.
And I've seen it. I mean, why?
I have
Why have I seen it? I don't know.
A bit of a problem with Alfred Hitchcock after getting to know Tippi Hedren. She had a lot of interesting stories to tell
Yeah.
about him.
Yeah, he was twisted. But you know what? Roman Polanski and Alfred Hitchcock. You look at those guys, twisted personalities. Very good filmmakers.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
There you go.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Well,
Right.
nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
And that happens to be the final line and punchline from what classic 1959 comedy starring Marilyn Monroe?
Gentlemen prefer blondes.
No.
No.
Oh, that's true.
No. Wait. Some Like It Hot.
There you go.
Yes. And
All
it was Brown. I forget his last name.
Joey Brown.
Joey Brown said that.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes. To Tony Curtis. Who says,
Well,
he's
nobody's
all these reasons not to get married, and finally he says, "I'm a man," and Joey Brown says, "Well, nobody's perfect."
There you go. Let's see here. We've got to come up with a couple more here just to round out the hour. Still got a couple minutes left. In what 1979 James Bond movie does the famous spy go into outer space?
Diamonds Are Forever?
No. Got a space-related
from Russia
word.
with love.
Space-related name in the title. Three, two, one. Moonraker.
Oh,
yeah,
rats.
that's right.
I'm not
Yes.
sure I've ever seen that one.
Yeah, I did.
Well, you should like it. They're in Japan.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Out of sushi, right?
Yeah.
Who wrote the famous scary theme music from the movie Halloween?
John Carpenter.
All right,
Oh,
good job.
yeah. Love John Carpenter.
What animated classic was the first film of the late 20th century Disney Renaissance?
Steamboat Willie.
Enchanted.
No, what animated classic was the first film of the late 20th century
Oh.
Disney Renaissance?
Oh.
Mulan.
It was kind of fishy.
Oh,
Oh,
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
No.
Mermaid.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, nice job.
All right, Andy's at
nice
5.
Nice job.
Okay.
Where they have the tremendously good Calypso song, Kiss the Girl.
Kiss the
Ah,
girl,
kiss the
yes,
girl.
mine.
And let's see, we gotta do one last one here.
Yeah.
Kiss the girl.
Oh, well, that's just so easy.
Well, good, maybe Craig and I can get one.
Let's go out with an easy one.
All right, here
that I
we'll go
can
out with
do.
an easy one.
I can-
My wife tells me I'm not allowed to do that, but okay.
No.
In Apocalypse Now, Robert Duvall says, "I love the smell of what?"
Napalm.
Yeah, Andy got it.
All got it. We all got it.
All right,
All
so
right.
so here's the deal. After all the dust is settled here, we now have to figure out if anyone really picked the.
Yeah.
Let's
See,
see.
you guys, you didn't
See,
pick me.
Nobody even voted for Tina to get the right answers.
Oh, Craig and I win.
Yeah. Andy.
And Craig and Andy are both tied.
No, we won because we guessed Tina.
We're all a bunch of
That's
losers
true.
today.
That's true. They did guess me. They're the only two. My fans.
We
thank
do.
you.
We do.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, hey, thanks for joining us on KRIM. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live, and we look forward to having our hometown movie guys in with us again next Friday. Thanks for coming in
Thank you.
and doing a little movie trivia.
And remember, Peter Jackson made the movie Dead Alive, where they used,
Oh, yes.
they used 4,000 gallons of fake blood.
That was a really good movie. Yeah.
So, wouldn't you like the job of, what do you want me to do today, boss? Oh, could you whip up about 4,000 gallons of fake blood real quick?
Right.
I have no idea. Must be some Caro syrup or something in there.
That was good.
But anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us.